to be really historic, we have to do a great job. And I promise you that I will not let you down.
There is a new president-elect this morning. Donald Trump will become the 45th president of the United States.
Here in Wisconsin, a narrow race for U.S. Senator ends with the Republican incumbent keeping his seat.
And he will return to Congress, but there is a question as to whether or not Paul Ryan will return as the House Speaker.
And a $26 million referendum passes for the Madison School District. Coming up, how officials hope to use the money.
This is News 3 This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 This Morning. It is Wednesday, November 9th. There's an ample supply of coffee here in the News 3 studios. We're very happy about that. Late night.
Late night for you, late night for Jessica. Yeah, late night for everyone.
Paying attention to what's going on election-wise.
A lot going on, but what's calm and cool and collected is Hattie McLean, as well as her forecast.
Yeah, the weather's pretty easy right now. High pressure in control, so if you liked yesterday, you're going to love today. Here's a live look outside from the Edgewater Skycam. Yeah, so we did it. We dropped to 32 degrees.
Look at that.
First time since May 15th.
Wow.
So this will be the second
He's writing it down,
latest,
folks. You can't see it, but he's writing it down.
The record.
I'm scratching it off. I had make it to Saturday, latest first freeze, and I scratched it off.
32 here in Madison, the second latest first freeze ever here in Madison.
Sorry.
Our forecast, though, has temperatures that will warm quickly. We're back in the upper 50s with sunshine this afternoon.
There's your silver lining.
That's beautiful.
58 more money.
No. All right, thank you very much,
You're
Hattie.
welcome.
It's a big story this morning. Donald Trump has been elected the 45th president of the United States. Hillary Clinton called Trump to concede the race short.
Now, this is an upset, a good one for New York billionaire Donald Trump. In the early morning hours, the president-elect called for unity.
To all Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together.
Clinton's campaign chairman, John Podesta, spoke to a New York crowd shortly before Trump's victory speech, saying the race was too close to call and everyone should go home.
I want every person across the...
So last night, Podesta said Clinton would deliver a speech later this morning. Clinton was leading in many polls heading into Election Day, but failed to win some of the key states Barack Obama claimed back in 2012. Let's turn it over now for some analysis with Jessica Arp. Adam?
Thank you, Danica. So one of those states that Barack Obama carried in 2012 that Hillary Clinton did not was here in Wisconsin. And actually, Wisconsin's 10 electoral college votes are what put Donald Trump over the top to get to 270. Show us on the map, if you can, Jess, what happened from 2010 or 2012 to now.
Yeah, I mean, you can see a dramatic difference. This is the map as it stands in Wisconsin in 2016. When we change this to the 2012 presidential election, look how much the colors change here. I mean, Barack Obama won Western Wisconsin. He won Southwestern Wisconsin pretty heavily.
Coming up after 6:30, we'll dive deeper into the numbers on the U.S. Senate race here in Wisconsin. Jess, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Speaking of that Senate race, here is the results for that one. At a celebration last night in Oshkosh, Johnson talked about coming from behind in this race and how he never doubted his fate despite numerous polls showing him significantly down. He said the election is a moment, a chance to put the country on a stable financial path. It was a particularly personal race for Johnson, calling Feingold a liar who ran a morally bankrupt campaign. Some strong words there. Johnson's victory leads to a 50-50 tie in the U.S. Senate between Democrats and Republicans, with a now Republican vice president who will break the ties. Now, Johnson told voters he wanted to concentrate on issues like creating jobs and reducing the national debt.
My message has been pretty consistent. I believe America has given us a chance.
Apologizing to his supporters in Middleton for not getting the job done.
You taught me a lot more than I taught you. And
Wisconsin State Senate remains undecided. The 36th second district, rather, in western Wisconsin covers La Crosse and Crawford counties. Republican Senator Luther Olson defeated Waupaca Mayor Brian Smith. And in Senate District 18, that surrounds Fond du Lac, Republican Dan Fayen defeated Democratic opponent Mark Harris.
All of Wisconsin's congressional districts were up for grabs last night, including the 1st District, home to the House Speaker, Paul Ryan. Now, Ryan is sought that we should say, a 10th term. He will hold on to his seat with.
I am so eager to get back to work for you, to get on with fixing our country's problems.
The 8th congressional district in northeastern Wisconsin, that includes Green Bay and Appleton. It appears President-elect Donald Trump's going to have a lot of Republican support in Congress. Republican candidates for the U.S. House and Senate won a number of contested Senate races. A number of folks had to flip over their ballots yesterday to vote for a school referendum. As the ballots, they were kind of long.
Yeah, I know I had to flip it over. We're going to have the results from a number of school district referendums. Our Eden Checkle has been following Madison's in particular and its impact long before it showed up on the ballot. Good morning, Eden.
Hi, Adam and Danica. Good morning. So now that this $26 million referendum has passed, how much will it cost the average household in Madison? We'll have details coming up.
Good morning from the patio. Temperatures are at the freezing point here in Madison, so it is the coldest morning since May 15th, several months ago. Here's a look at high temperatures yesterday, though. We're in the middle of a beautiful stretch of weather. Temperatures topped in the upper 50s in most locations yesterday, and we'll be right back there today. We'll bottom out at 38 overnight tonight, but then climb to a high of 63 tomorrow with breezy conditions. A stronger cold front moves through Thursday night, and by Friday, it'll be feeling like November with highs in the upper 40s. That's normal for this time of the year.
Yeah, it's pretty nice in my books, I think.
We've been abnormal for quite some time.
Absolutely. All right, Hads, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
We had some breaking news that just came into the newsroom, wanted to pass along to folks. The White House, this is according to the Associated Press, the White House says President Obama sent a congratulatory message to Donald Trump.
Absolutely. Things looking pretty calm around the White House traffic-wise, but let's get a check-in with Josh Tim about around Madison. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning. Well, not looking too bad across the area roadways with no major delays. Just a couple of slowdowns to take a look at.
74% of Madison voters said yes last night to the school district's latest referendum.
News 3 This Morning reporter Eden Checkle has more on what you need to know about how the district is actually going to use this money. She's outside of Toki Middle School this morning. Good morning, Eden.
Hi, Adam and Danica. Yeah, so Toki Middle School will start in just about an hour, a little over an hour, and they are one of the schools in the district that will benefit from this referendum.
We can continue the gap narrowing work and continue the successful strategies we've had in place for the last couple of years.
And those strategies include early literacy, integration of technology, keeping class sizes small. Will now be able to regain control of the budget. Back to you.
All right, Eden Checkle reporting live this morning outside of Toki Middle School. Thanks.
In Sun Prairie, another referendum to talk about here. 66
School District of Milton will not be getting a new high school. 6:21 right now on this Wednesday morning, November 9th, before Election Day even arrived. We had broken records for the number of absentee and early voting ballots that had been cast here in the state of Wisconsin.
The Wisconsin Elections Commission was estimating 3 million people would come out to vote. We almost got there. We're going to take a closer look at this year's turnout across the state when News 3 This Morning continues. Voters in a number of states got to voice their opinions on legalizing marijuana. Bills for recreational use of marijuana passed in California, Massachusetts, and Nevada.
The race for president captivated people across the globe who waited anxiously overnight for the results. In the UK, they are calling Donald Trump's victory a Brexit-style shock, mirroring the surprise that followed Great Britain's vote to leave the European Union.
Gets to soak in that beautiful sunrise outside this morning.
I do, yeah. Several mornings it was dark right now, but now at least with the daylight saving time coming to an end, as Adam mentioned, it is light and it is beautiful this morning.
It's a good day. It's a football weather kind of day, too. Yeah. And Wisconsin moved up a spot to 7th in the college football playoff rankings, like it did in the national polls this week.
So the Badgers have 2 losses, and there has not been a 2-loss team in the first 2 years of the college football playoffs. But
we are just learning into our newsroom that Hillary Clinton will speak at 9:30 Eastern in New York. We expected her to speak sometime today. President Obama is also expected to speak in D.C. today.
And more on CBS This Morning coming right up after this program.
Well, we have a beautiful start to the day.
Look at this.
Lots of sunshine outside. Here's the view from the WIC-TV Skycam. Look for high 58 this afternoon.
Layers key today. Soak in that sun. Tune into CBS This Morning for the very latest on the election. Thanks for joining us.